Hey everyone, I'm Slosh. This is Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. I'm going to be running the SMB2 Expert plus Master category with warps. Banana Mania is a huge collection of all of the stages from Super Monkey Ball 1, 2, and Deluxe, and SMB2 Expert and Master feature all of the stages that are in the Expert and Master difficulties from Super Monkey Ball 2's Challenge Mode. So there are 80 stages in total. We won't be playing all of them, as we will be skipping some of them. And yeah, I believe that there was a character bid war, so I'm going to need to know now who ended up winning that.
Oh yes. So currently we have the only person the only winner or the only character that got a donation amount was the doctor with $25.
All right, Doctor it is. I'm gonna use the OG Doctor, even though he never showed up in the GameCube era games. They did put a model in that sort of reminiscent of the GameCube games for Doctor and Yan Yan, even though they came in the Wii era. With that out of the way, I think I'm ready to get started. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right, lots going to be happening very quickly, and I'm going to do my best to explain all of it. So this game pulls inputs in a circle instead of a square like the original Monkey Ball games did. So in this game, cardinal directions are going to be stronger as you will accelerate faster. So we're going to want to hold up as often as possible. There, of course, will be times when we'll have to use diagonals, but up is the fastest direction. And this is the second stage, and it already has our first warp goal on it. I am really far back. I have to take this slow because I completely miscalculated. This stage is free fall. You got a free fall. There we go. So that was a green goal. Green goals are one of the two warp goal types, the other being red goals. Green goals skip one stage, and red goals skip two. There will be, I believe, one stage that has a red goal where we will opt out of it just because it's not really worth going for. This is our first bonus stage. Bonus stages you don't actually have to play, so we're going to just fall off those real quick.
Ready?
I'm going to fall off the side of this stage, even though it's not a bonus stage, and you might be wondering why. Well, this game is a little bit weird with its loads. There's what we call first load and second load, and I want to say there was some stuff found out actually earlier today about more specifics about them, but I didn't brush up on that exactly. But these stages, some stages will actually play differently on the first and second load. And Jump Machine is very painful to try to get up to that red goal if you play it on first load. Whoa. So it's actually significantly faster to just fall off the side of Jump Machine and then play it on second load. And also Jump Machine was the first red goal that we will end up taking in this run. Now we're into the Clock Tower Factory, though. This has some of the weirder stages in the run, I want to say. They're still so much fun. Combination, we're going to just sort of fly across the combination and not play most of the stage. Punch Seesaws, we're going to take the green goal, because if you take the blue goal, you have what is probably one of the 2 or 3 hardest stages in the Warpless run of SMB2 Expert, so we're going to skip that. And this stage, we can just hold up and go straight into the goal. It looks really funny. Just like that. There is a thing in Banana Mania where there's a 1 in 100 chance that a hold-up strat will actually not work. And on Brandished, that is especially bad because that hold-up strat does not work on second load for some reason. But that was Tears. Very difficult wire stage because well, all of the wires are tilted. And the red goal wire is even thinner than that wire that we took. So that's sort of why Tears is the stage where most of the time, unless you're super, super confident, you're going to be opting out of the red goal. As Narrow Peaks is very, very quick. I lost track of the banana count. Yeah, I counted correctly, though. It's good. We're going to fly over here and hopefully... Detour is an interesting stage. And Banana Mania is an interesting game. So there's this weird mechanic. We really, I don't think, know fully why it happens. But like that. I was perfectly lined up with the goal tape, but you will just randomly die if you're lined up with the goal tape on stages that have a specific like speed or angle. What is happening to this stage right now? We call this concrete goal tape. The most notorious and infamous instance of concrete goal tape is on a stage called Gravity Slider in SMB2 Normal. And also, for some reason, if you're angled slightly more to the left of the goal tape, you increase your chances of going into the goal. It's weird. We don't understand why it happens. It just happens. And Detour, unfortunately, was bearing its fangs today. But now we are into the bubbly washing machine. This is the portion of the run with the fewest warp goals, as only the final stage in the bubbly washing machine has a warp goal. And that I find to be very unfortunate, because there are a few stages coming up that are very, very challenging. Most notably, stage 25, Civ. But fortunately, the first 4 stages are very, very easy. Wavy option, you just go down the middle thing and normally don't goalpost, but Doctor decided it's a goalpost kind of day. I'm gonna try and go for a strat called Obstacle Skip. Did not quite have the right clip there. What I was trying to do is I was trying to get the perfect clip to just fly up into the air and fly straight into the goal, instead of having to wait for that elevator to come down and then drop off the elevator. It saves about 10 seconds, but it's very, very hard. Gonna just fly down the middle on Domino. That's actually a fairly fast reading of that strat for me. And now, Civ. Civ is one of the 2 hardest stages in the run. I don't like this stage, mainly because this stage doesn't like me. This last really long bridge is, you gotta be positioned just right when that little dude flies past you. Fortunately, we're not gonna have to play that stage multiple times, because usually when I die on that stage, I lose 18 seconds, and we don't want to do that. And now we got a fun strat on block. So it may have looked like I just held straight forward on that stage up until I was flying through the air and had to adjust slightly sideways. But I can assure you that the inputs made going at the clip that I got on that first platform was not 100% holding up. Because when you pause in this game, it forces a very brief neutral input, and that neutral input makes just the slightest difference that will make that that enormous bounce over the entire stage happen. And that is actually not the only stage that we will be doing the pausing for that neutral input on. We're actually coming up very, very soon to another stage that has a huge skip on it that that brief neutral input is required on. And we're finally to World 7, or Bubbly Washing Machines. Warp goal, 8 bracelets. We're going to try and fly over the entire stage and go straight to the red goal, and I did not adjust sideways enough. As soon as I dropped off the start platform, I knew I was not adjusting to the side quite how I needed to. Let's try and fix that. Oh, apparently hit the what's it called? The other platform there. I'm gonna just call it the other platform because I'm blanking on the word that I was looking for. There we go. Beautiful. Also, I mentioned World 7 when I referred to Bubbly Washing Machine. That is because the stages in SMB2 Expert are Worlds 5 through 9 stages from the story mode. But here's Soft Cream, that other stage that uses the forced neutral input from pausing to just fly straight up the thing and not actually have to play any of it. Also, these are the World 8 stages. This is one of the scariest parts of both SMB2 Expert and Story Mode, and also SMB2 Marathon. SMB2 Marathon is a mode that is a collection of all of the Super Monkey Ball 2 challenge mode stages. But now we're going to try and do a really cool strat here on Entangled Path to just bounce straight to the green goal. Nice. That is a really hard strat. I don't actually know what the intended way to get that green goal is. Shoutouts to Helix13_ for making that strat work in Banana Mania. That is a very handy strat for both challenge mode and story mode because that strat is significantly faster than going for the blue goal, so we just go for the green goal in story mode speedruns as well. But now we're going to try and get this green goal on Vortex. Very important green goal to get. You end up losing like 12 seconds at least, assuming you first try trampolines, as opposed to playing stage 37, which is warp. But we're not going to be first trying trampolines. This is probably the most inconsistent strat in SMB2 Expert, as there's a wide variety of things that can happen. I probably should have just I definitely should have just gone for the immediate turnaround, but I, for some reason, was not feeling it. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm going to Zorp. Zorping is just pretty much what Monkey Ball players call it when you'd normally be getting a collision, like a clip or something like that, but the game decides that it's not going to happen. I don't actually know why that happens, but Zorp is a very satisfying term to say, so it's a very fitting term. Also, I'm very glad that I first tried that swing shaft strat, because that one has been destroying runs recently. So finally getting that bounce back on it's nice. Oh, here's the other stage in SMB2 Expert that can have some concrete goal tape action. Serial jump. We definitely want this red goal because you skip you skip one hard stage, and you skip another stage. And in a Warps run, you want to skip stages, but this is a really, really hard goal. So there are two scenarios on this strat that I'm looking for. The most obvious one is just flying straight into the goal and beating the stage in about 5 seconds. The other scenario is it is actually possible, well, we're not going to get the other scenario, it's actually possible to pretty much goalpost in such a way where you'll fly backwards and stabilize on the ring that the red goal is on. That's about 5 seconds slower than just flying straight into the goal, but it definitely looks cool. And is also definitely faster than, well, bonking the goal and falling off the stage. Wow, we're already a very large portion of the way through SMB2 Expert. We are almost to the extra stages. In the original Super Monkey Ball 2 game, in order to access the extras, you had to defeat the base 50 stages in Expert without using up an entire continue. However, in Banana Mania, lives and continues, that whole system was just overhauled. So now, what you have to do to reach the extras is complete a difficulty without using the helper function. This game does include a helper function to make some of the really, really difficult stages easier for players who are just starting out to sort of get a feel for how that stage is going to work. I think that having a helper function for a game that can get this difficult is a very, very welcome addition, as it can really help new players out immensely. I am going in circles on Twin Basin. Help. There we go. Oh no, I almost fell outside. I almost went too fast. That would have been bad. Now we're coming up to the final stage of SMB2 Experts Base 50 Air Hockey. This stage is laughably easy. Watch me goalpost. Okay. I'm so glad that I didn't say that it's laughably easy and then goalpost, because that would have been the most anticlimactic thing ever. So now we're into the extras. This is charge. We're going to charge up some speed by going down this thing, bouncing, going through the wormhole, going down the thing again, bouncing again straight over to the goal. And now we've got... one of the hardest stages in the run, my least favorite stage in the run, it's Strata. Everybody loves Strata. We're going to fall into the green goal because playing out Strata is very difficult. I cannot believe I just first tried that. I promise that strat is 10 times harder than I just made it look. Giant Swing, another stage with a big skip. We are going to get a clip to just fly straight across that gap. Go over here, wait until it's 49, go up the ramp, and bounce across. So normally what the game wants you to do is go along that path near the start platform, all the way around to the giant swing, but that is slow, and doing that clip across ends up giving you a cycle skip that saves, like, I want to say 22 seconds. I might be wrong about that, but it is a very, very welcome skip in this category. And we only have 3 stages left in SMB2 Expert. However, time will not be at the end of Expert, as we still will have to play all 20 stages. Well, not all 20, but most of the 20 stages from Master. That's the final warp goal of SMB2 Expert. The red goal on free throws skips 2 of the hardest and longest stages in SMB2 Expert, so definitely a goal that you want to take. And now, here's one of my favorite strats visually. We're going to fast forward and then fast forward rewind and wait for the falling animation. 1, 2, 3, go. Fall, bounce, bounce, straight in the goal. That strat was a pain to learn, but very satisfying to hit. Now I'm going to try to pause on a specific frame. Pause buffering in this game can be very finicky. I'm trying to pause. Oh my god, hold on. I'm going to just tab out because that forces a pause on the next frame. I need 56, 53, so that way I can just hold right straight into the goal on Train Worm. And given how that run started, I am very satisfied with a sub 10 IGT. But now we got to play Master. So for Master, I think I'm going to turn Doctor into a robot, because you can do that in this game. Look, there he is. He's a robot now. SMB2 Master. 20 stages. Pretty hard, as the name implies. I'm going to try to just go straight into the goal on that. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Too sharp an angle. I almost fell down the center. That would have been really bad. So now we gotta watch the mini-map for where the goal is going to pop up. Just move backwards along this big cone. Straight into the goal. Exactly 20 seconds to beat that stage. And now we're going to be taking the green goal on swing bridges, going to the second silver line on the start platform, and then turn around immediately. And just full send straight over to the green goal. We got Passage. This was probably my favorite stage growing up as a kid. back in Super Monkey Ball 2. It's still easily one of my favorites. I don't know what my favorite stage would be now, but there is a green goal hidden down beneath the stage, and that took me way longer to... That green goal took me way longer to find in the original game than I'm willing to admit. Now we're into Dr. Bad Boon's base. Dr. Bad Boon's a very bad guy, but he only shows up in story mode, so we don't actually need to talk about him, which is fantastic, because, again, he's a very bad guy. He would not donate to charity. And, you know, this is a marathon, so we should really be donating to charity. So, you know, Dr. Bad Boon needs to start donating to charity, because then maybe people won't hate him so much. I love how I was talking about Dr. Bad Boon not donating to charity while I did the hardest strat in the run. Long Taurus, that cycle skip is super, super hard. Spasmodic, I'm going to just wait a little bit and then hold forward, because the floor right in front of the goal spins. But if you just wait a certain amount of time, you can just run straight over it while it's flat. Now we got Double Twin. We're going to go for a nice little, really cool cycle skip here to just gun it straight into the goal. And we have one stage left in the base 10 of Master Clock Face. And then we have the Master Extras. 10 of the hardest Super Monkey Ball 2 stages ever created. So we're going to actually only be playing 7 of them, as we're going to take one more red goal and one more green goal. And those goals skip 2 of the hardest stages in Banana Mania, period. Those stages being Planets and Helix. Thank goodness we don't have to play them, or else we'd be here all night. And honestly, with how hard the strat is on Helix, that is not an exaggeration. That could happen. I'm going to... all right. 51... or 58... oh no. I got the best frame. 5801 is the best frame for the strat, and then I messed up the adjustment after it. Let's try that again. Oh, that was almost so good. I'm pretty much trying to get, like, the lowest hit possible to just full send straight into the red goal, just like that. If you don't hit it first try, it's not really worth it, but, you know. Sliced cheese! We're gonna go up on that wall on the start platform, wait a brief moment. Cam lock. I forgot to explain the manual camera. That's a perfect opportunity to explain the manual camera. This game has a manual camera. You can manually control the camera. If you hold down on the camera, you'll have what we call cam lock. It just locks the camera in place. And on certain stages, it makes it much easier to see where you're going, and other strats you actually need to cam lock for the strat to work. Also, I cannot remember the last time I party balled on 8 seesaws. That was really, really funny. But now we've got the final warp goal of the run synchronized. The green goal on that stage is honestly just as easy as the blue goal. You gotta just line it up nice and dandy. Here's Dizzy System. Everyone hates Dizzy System except for me. I love this stage because I'm the IL world record holder on it, and I think it's just hilarious. There's a thing on the animation of that stage where if you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, you'll just get sent sailing into the stratosphere at like 5,000 kilometers per hour. Also, this is the final stage of the run, so time is going to be when I pass through the goal tape on it. Destiny's pretty much an auto-scroller, as you can see. But this stage is significantly easier in Banana Mania and in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe compared to how it was in Super Monkey Ball 2, because in that it was called Nintendo and it was a GameCube and it had all that geometry and time. Wow, that was actually a sub 3 IGT. That's really good. Even though I had all of the shenanigans happening on Straker, we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, that was a Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania SMB2 Expert Plus Master. I would have submitted SMB2 Marathon to have the whole challenge mode, but I'm really bad at SMB2 Normal. So maybe I'll do that at some point. But that run was a lot of fun. I'm very, very happy with how that run went. especially the master portion and the expert extras. The expert, that might have been the strongest expert extras I've actually played, because usually I die on strata, and that time it didn't. So, real quick before I hop on off, I want to give you shoutouts real quick. Shoutouts to the Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania speedrunning community. You all are awesome, and they're all so supportive, and we would love to have you if you are interested in running this game. A link to the Discord is on the speedrun.com page, which I believe is speedrun.com/SMBBM. Shout outs to my sister Susie for introducing me to speedrunning as a whole. I never would have started speedrunning without her, and I might not have ever found out about speedrunning without her, so huge shout outs to her. And of course, shout outs to Green Gaming for having me. This run was a lot of fun to play, and I love running this game for great causes like this one. So make sure you keep donating. There's still a lot of marathon left to be speedran. Is that what I was gonna say? Who knows? But seriously, enjoy the rest of the marathon. There's so many great runs that are gonna be coming out later, like right after my run, and tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. It's gonna be action packed. So stay tuned for all that, and peace out, everyone.